just yet, but that's so I'm going over to how to find clients. So again, if you all want a copy of what I'm doing and how I'm doing this, you are more than welcome to get a hold of this. I recommend that what I'm using, this software that I'm using, I recommend it to everybody. I recommend that everyone. Um, I recommend everyone create a. I, I recommend that everyone create a digital brain. Um, so I'm going to be reading this off just in case you can't see what this is, but it says how to find clients. Let's change this. Let's change this to how to build. Oh, y'all seeing all the typos right away too. It's not as responsive as I needed to be. How to build a profitable clientele. All right. So this Notion board is to demonstrate the complete process recommended to build a profitable clientele. This is, I mean, that's the name of the game. You don't really have a business unless you have a clientele. If you don't have a clientele, then you're not able to do anything. So I was kind of blurry. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's see if I can sharpen this up some. Does that help out the Goober Master? Does that help out, bro? If it does, let me know. Appreciate you. Okay, so getting started, it's my recommendation that in this process, that nah, oh man, that sucks, cause it looks what about now? If not now, then I'm not really for certain how this gonna work out then. Um, let me see. How's that now, bro? All right. Um, but I'm gonna be reading it out. And I'm gonna talk it through. You don't have to read through it all. I'm gonna talk it through, and if you want, uh, just bigger and blurry, dang, that's tough. Okay. I'm gonna be reading through it, bro. And if you want a copy of this, you want access to it, just uh, hit me up. I got you. Um, it's my recommendation with what I'm showing you that you update this every 6 months to maintain consistent growth in your business. The reason why you want to update this every 6 months as you grow your business is because, like, for instance, let's say we started this in January, or for now we're starting this like right now, like we are have goals for our business. So some of us have have financial goals in our business, like sales goals. Some of us have goals of the type of clients that we're going to use. Some of us have goals of the type of services that we want to learn. Some of us have goals on relocating, being in a better situation as far as the environment that we work in. But you can't do any of that without clientele. Our business lives and dies with the quality of clients that we have. If you don't have enough clients, then then it's not gonna work out that well. Goober Master, can you hear me? Okay. Um, if you can, just give me a thumbs up. Um, so, but let's say you make a goal, whatever that goal is in January, or even right now, if you're doing this with me, if you're doing this, you you're going to start off with a goal. It's different for everybody. Those that are on Instagram, I turned the Instagram back on, like just because just so y'all can see what I'm doing. But on YouTube down here, or what you all seeing on Facebook, all of us have different goals, and whatever it is, you start there. So we start now. Let's just say, for the sake of conversation, um, um, you have a financial goal. Um, the Goober Master, if you wanna interact with me, um, what would you say your biggest goal is behind the chair? Would it be a sales goal of X amount of dollars per week? Would it be a certain amount of clients? What would it be for you? And if it is a sales goal, um, you know, would it what would that number look like? I mean, just so that we can just work with a real number, a real goal. Um, and you know, if you don't want to share that, that's all good too. But I'm gonna write down some. So I literally do everything on paper too. Sometimes I think where we kill ourselves is that we have thoughts and we don't take the time to write things out. Okay, you said probably both. Sales goal of $1,000 a week, $1,000 plus. My man. Okay, $1,000 a week sales goal. How many days a week do you work? More more money, servicing less, clients quality over quantity. Pfft, we're on the same page. Like, bro, we definitely are aligned. All right, 4 to 5 days a week. All right. So I wish I had an overhead camera. Let me see if I can pull up a calculator for you all. You know what? I got some. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got another camera right here I can use. Got another camera right here I'm gonna use. So we got 4 to 5 days a week, $1,000 plus. What area are you in? Okay, let's change this. North Carolina. Nice. Oh man, I can already see. You can't see that. I already know. He gonna be like, "Nah, bro, I can't see that." Let me see if we can change that around. Sorry about that phone. All right, so we got $1,000 sales goal, 4 to 5 days out of the week. 4 to 5 days out of the week. So, doesn't really matter like which particular day, but that $1,000. All right. Okay. Instagram. This is where we probably gonna have to come to an end because I'm gonna use my calculator for my guy right here. All right, let's go to the calculator. I mean, I kind of know these numbers, but you just want to just see how this is built. So we got $1,000. Now, just to make this easier, I'm gonna say let's try to get this done in 2 days. I mean, not 2 days, 4 days. So then that way, the the so then that way the fifth day can be optional. You don't have to do it. So we're gonna divide that by 4, so that we got a $250 uh, goal per day. The Goober Master, if you don't mind me asking, what's your average service ticket? Like, what's the price of like your average service, your average haircut? What's the 40? Okay, cool. Let's put this up there. Let's kind of move this. Okay, so we're working. So average ticket. Um, how long you been cutting behind the chair? So 250 divided by 40 is you have to do 6.25. I always round up, so you have to do about 7 people. Seven. So just to confirm that, seven times 40 is 280 times 4 is a little over 1100. 10 years. Okay, so this should is 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 your week. So with 10 years of experience at $40, do you is it the consistency that 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 is that is stopping you from doing the $1,000 plus per week, or are you already at $1,000 per week? Are you just speaking in general for those who you see in the industry, uh, your group, your circle of friends? Okay. So, um, when you said exactly, I'm assuming that you mean just about being just more consistent, and also because the the consistency. All right, cool. So consistency rule of thumb. So for you to, so if we know, let's go back down here. So if we know we need seven people today at average ticket of 40, that's need to be around 28 people a week. Again, because I like to round up, we're gonna do 30. You need about 30 people a week to make sure that in the event that some of those people that come in, they might get a hairline, they might get something that's less than $40. Um, um, we want to make sure that there is no problem, like it's light work to hit your goal. Um, and the Goober Master, if it makes it easier for you, and if you want to, wait, let me. If it makes it easier to you, I think there's a way. If you want to jump in live where we can talk face to face, and then that way we don't have like the delay in the typing, and you gotta do all that. If you want me to look into like checking that out, I can too, if that is an option. But just for the sake, I'll go through this. So for those of you all who are watching on YouTube, and and the rest who may be watching this in the recast, um, for for us to hit this $1,000 plus consistently 4 days a week. Um, the Goober Master, how many do you want to work all year long, or do you want to have a 50-week year, a 48-year week? Um, you want to take a whole month off? Like what do you give yourself like some time off? Kids running around loud. No problem, bro. No problem. I completely understand. So I'm gonna make some assumptions, and if you want to change me in the comment, more than welcome to like change me. Um, so $1,000 a week consistently. Let's just give you 2 weeks off. If you want to do more, you can comment and we can switch this around. But let's just give you 2 weeks off in the year. 48 weeks, no problem. So we got $1,000 a week times 48 weeks a year. So we're talking about $48,000 $48,000 income. You say you have kids, you got more than one. Let's do this. The average household income. Let's change this. Average household income. I think we can. The median household income. Let me see. The in 2020, right now, what I'm looking at is the average household income is just over 67K. So that's two incomes coming in. I always believe that if whatever your goals is, whatever your sales goal is, if you reach higher, and you fall short, you'll always still hit your base number. So let's do this. Let's raise this number up to 67,000 divided by 48. So that means that we need to round this up to about 1,400. So now our new goal, it's not 1,000, 1,400 a week. Goober Master, do you have a link to like your online booking? Or how do clients like book appointments with you? But while you're writing and typing, let's do this. So let's say your average ticket is a 40, like you said, divided by 40. That means you need to see about 35 people within that week, divided by 4 days a week. So that means you need to see Booksy, dope. I like that. So you need to see about 9 people a day. Is 9 people a day right now, does that seem like a stretch, or does that seem easy to do? It's easier some days. All right. We got to find a way to. Trying to see if there is a way where I could. Friday and Saturdays is a breeze. So yeah, so a lot of us are probably all in the same boat. Like it's I think the question is, how do we get our our Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays to look like our Fridays and our Saturdays? I am going to try to see if I could manipulate. How can I manipulate this for you? Okay. Right. So we need to get our Tuesdays and Wednesdays up. I got a pretty dope strategy that will work. Man, this is just blown out. I need to get this brightness down. If you work with me, I'll talk through this. Let's do this. Okay. So we need to so our target daily goal is 360 a day. 360 a day times 4, just to make sure we're on target, is 1440. Let's go back to the 360 a day. How many hours a day do you work? That's something else that we kind of need to know. So 4 days a week. $360. Are we doing like 10 hours a day? We doing 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day when you in the shop? Like, what's a what's the ideal situation for you being in the shop? 8 to 10, depending on the people, on the appointments. Let's just put it around 10 hours. So divided by 10. Okay, let's do this. The 360 divided by 40. We know we need about 9 people. So that means that within a 10-hour workday, you can use one of those hours. Well, you know what? One more piece of information. How long does it take you on average per client? Like are you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes? Like, what's comfortable? Like, what's an ideal situation for you? Are you a speed barber, or you like to like take your time? Um, and I know that it's different for every single client. I know that it depends on what day of the week it is when you're trying to get it. I know it depends on, but if we can, about 45 minutes, nice, nice. So that means 45 minutes times 9, 400 and 405, 1 hour tops. Okay, divided by 60. Oh yeah, you can hit your goal real easy. So if you're booked solid and you got people back to back, if you got those 9 people, you can do this in about 7 hours, which means you have more than enough time for you to hit your goal and what I'm gonna show you. Let's. I think we're gonna try to go back to. Let me do this for you. Let's go back to this BarberSHED. All right, let me know if this is better. Um, so oh, excuse me, just for a moment. I'm trying to make sure that this stands out for you. I'm trying to. All right, Goober Master, are you able to see this? Good. If you're able to see this, then that would be really dope. Okay. So we got our sales goals. Okay, sales goal is 1,400. uh, 1,400 a week for 48, 48 weeks a year. Go back to make sure I see your comments. Blurry? Oh, that sucks, bro. All right, cool. All right, cool. No problem. Thanks again for that. Appreciate you. Um, Let me go back over to the screen just to just make sure I'm not overlooking something. All right. If that made it better right there, let me know if it did. Like you said, you listening, and I'm actually writing this out for you. So if you want a copy of this, I'm gonna definitely make sure you get this. But we got uh 48 weeks a year. That equals. Oh, why do I keep doing that? That equals 67K. Slightly better. Well, we own to something then. We definitely own to something. All right, so we got a 67K a year ago. So the way we broke that down already was that that 1600. I mean the 1400 is we're gonna try to do 9 people at $40 average ticket. And again, right now we're only doing just an assessment of where we at right now. I do think that there's an even easier way to do it, because one of the things that you said is that you want to try and have uh, more money doing less work, and that's something that I believe that I definitely can help with. I have a lot of personal experience in this area. So right now we got 9 people at an average of $40 per ticket, which comes out to 360, 360 a day, and that would make up your that will come out, seeing that you hit your target um, every single day of the 9 people at that much at that same price of a $40 an average ticket. That should be, let's just to make sure I'm right, 9 times 40 times 4. That's 4 days a week. That's 1440. Let's change that. All right. So, from your example, you can see how even if even if you fall short in this example and how we're setting this up, your break even goal, uh, let's just say your initial $1,000 a week is like your break even. If the $1,000 a week is what you need to break even, you can see, like, even if you have a slow day, you take another day off, like, you can see how you can easily hit your goals. my goal and what my challenge would be is how could I help the Goober Master put yourself in a position where you can sneeze $1,000 a week, where it's nothing, where you can do those $1,000 a week in not 4 days but 3 days. What about 2 days? What if that $1,000 a week that you needed, you were able to do in one long 10 to 12 hour day, and you hit your break even number? If that sounds like something that you're interested in, I'm definitely gonna keep going. I'm gonna use this as the working example. So here we go. We got our sales goal of $1,400 a week. $1,400 a week, 4 days a week, 48 weeks a year, which comes out to 60K a year. 67K a year. That breaks down to a target of nine people a day at an average of $40 for the ticket, which hits you at around $360 a day, and that comes out slightly above $1,400, which is about $1,440 a week. So now that begs the question of what type of person or what type of barber, what type of service provider does the Goober Master need to be to make this a reality? One of the strategies is that I think will work really, really well is being in front of what? Let me just make sure I got this right. 9 times 4. Okay, 36. You need to be at least marketing to about 360 clients or potential clients, people in your local market every single day of the week, every single day. Reason why I say that is because what I've learned over the years is that not really, this is just kind of how it was taught to me, that with your marketing goals, you should always expect a right around on average of a 10% return. So that means that for every 100 flyers, 100 business cards that you pass out, you'll get about 10 people who will show some interest. And that's all you want to do. But the way you want to make sure you're connecting is, and I think this brings us to the root of what we're talking about and what we're dealing with is that we need to make sure that the people that we're marketing to, they get it and they connect with the type of marketing that we're doing. They understand and they are attracted to the type of services that we're offering. So that begs the question of what kind of person gladly invest $40 plus on a service? Because you don't want anyone in your chair that's begrudgingly giving you $40. I think that's safe to say. You want somebody to be like, the Goober Master is a part of their monthly budget, right along mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, hair service. Like you want the type of person that isn't moaning about having to drop $40, $50, $60. So this is a question that we're gonna have to deal with. What kind of a person gladly invests that type of money? And the reason why I'm using that word invest is because I think psychologically is the person that feels like they're spending, they're spending out when they're in a crunch, when they're in a situation where they have to cut expenses because of financial situations for themselves. If they view themselves as they're spending money on you in a tight situation for their client, you become a liability. And what you want to do is you want to be the type of service provider where they cannot, just like they can't go without paying their utility bills, they themselves as a person cannot go without seeing Goober. They they gotta come to you no matter what, because you're an essential part of the quality of life that they use. That's that's um that's Here's a question that we're gonna be dealing with, and if you don't mind, just 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 because I like these numbers, um, just because I like these numbers, I think a lot of people are at this situation. They're here, and I believe that you can easily grow in this. I personally think that you can do this. We can change that 4 days a week to 2 days a week. I mean, we can do that Friday, Saturday if you want. I mean, if you're not already doing that, and not just doing it here and there, but doing it consistently. Um, but yeah, what kind of person gladly invest $40 plus on a service? So we're gonna save that, and I'm gonna take a step back, um, and then we're gonna start this. The Goober Master. If you don't mind, I would love to connect with you. And kind of use you as a model for this training. You don't have to. It's completely up to you. You can answer me offline, shoot me a DM, or you can message here. Over the next 4 weeks, I would like to use you as a model of how to build a profitable clientele. So let me just show you where I would start if this was if we were talking. Let me go all the way back. Let me move this. Let me move some stuff around on my. All right. Cool, man. Appreciate it. So let's do this. Um, how to build a profitable clientele. We already read through this portion here. Okay. So it is my recommendation that as we start this, um, Goober, you always start with the assessment. In this assessment, I'm gonna make sure that I send this to you. If you can send me a DM with your email address and maybe even your mobile number, I'm gonna send you the link so that you can copy this. But because of the delay, I'm just gonna kind of like make up some stuff. Um, well, no, I don't. I don't want to. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You got kids. I got kids too, so I definitely know I don't want to hold you up too much time, but let me just show you a little bit how all this works. So here we go. We got the assessment. The assessment is the foundation that I believe that every person in the barber industry, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a makeup artist, any service-based business, you need to have some type of proper assessment of just where you're currently at. Anytime you jump in the car and you use the navigation to go to a certain destination, whatever that destination is, before that navigation system can calculate the correct route or the shortest route or the route without where you can avoid tolls and traffic, it first has to do an assessment of where you at. That's what we're doing in our business model, in our training. We're doing an assessment. And the way I break this down is I start with a list. A lot of times I would recommend writing this on paper, but to make it easily accessible and so you don't lose it, pen and paper is fine. It completely works, but I'm a digital guy. And also this what you're looking at is a project management software. This is free for you to use, and it's kind of like your digital brain. You're using this as a brain dump. This first category here is this list is going to be called what I'm good at. This list right here is what I need to improve on. And what this list is that these are services that you do, that you offer, but you know within yourself you can improve on. This stuff right here, this list right here is things that you know of, but you may not currently know how to do, but you're just making note right there. So let's just say, just for a working example, right now you're. Well, I do want to hear this from you. What do you think are your three best services? And what do you think are three services that you do that you cool with that 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 you feel like you need to improve on? And I'll work on this. Well, I mean, I can't say what you need to learn. Um, and maybe if you can give me like two things of what you know about that you feel you need to learn. So an example of that would be as you type this out, I'll write down, and then as you type to me, if I need to change it, I'll change it. So let's say that you're really good at fading, and you're do I have the Booksy app on here? Haircut, shaves, facial. That's what you get. So, um, let's go back. So let's change this to what you said. We're really good at haircuts and let's see, shaves, facials. Yeah, and if you can respond to like what are things that you know how to do that you're already offering that you feel like you can improve on. And I do hope that I'm pronouncing you, your handle correctly when I say the Goober Master. I hope I am pronouncing it the correct way. Scalp treatments, colors, designs. Okay, so you got scalp treatments, color designs. What are two things that you know about but you haven't learned how to do yet, but you at least know about them? Like you know it's a thing in our industry as a service. And then we'll we'll jump on to the next portion. Cool, cool. And while you writing this out, so when we're doing the assessment, I strongly believe that the assessment should be something that is updated every 90 days. The reason I think that the assessment should be um, every 90 days is because we should always be in a position in our business where we're striving to grow in our business, where we're striving to improve in scalp treatments, colors, and designs. That should be part of the daily process, along with your daily target of 360 a day. The daily target should also be moving scalp treatments to this first column of what you're good at, moving color to the column of what you're good at, moving designs to the column of what you're good at. So in 90 days, so I see that you're good at facials. That means to me, a goober, you already have everything that you need within this facials to improve on the scalp treatments. So what's dope about this is that you should be able to take this right here and then you just see how you just move it over like that. That's what we want to get to the point where we're doing, where every 90 days, every 180 days, we are moving stuff over to the category like this. What this assessment is for, and why you need to do why we take time to even build this out, um, is because this is the form, this is the document that you're going to use to build out your marketing and ad campaign. This is going to be how you connect the client to what you do, so that you're never in a situation where you got the wrong person that's sitting in your chair. I'm sure if you've been doing this 10 plus years, I'm sure that you have somebody that sits in your chair that they drain you. Like they're just not a right fit for the business, and you don't mind if they go to somebody else. And then you got some clients that they're like a breath of fresh air. They give you energy, and you enjoy laughing and talking with them, and you just enjoy their overall presence when they come into the shop. Um, if you've been doing this 10 plus years, you have had to have some type of situation like that. So, what I need to learn: hair units and micro pigmentation. Okay, so let me give you just a little bit on this assessment. When you're creating content, when you're making content, you have three different things that you say that you're good at. What I suggest is, if you're not already doing this, I'm not sure if you are, you can make a comment if you are. What I suggest you doing is that you make a post that primarily focuses on the haircut, the type of haircut. Maybe you got your faded haircuts, you got your taper haircuts, you got your froze, you got your burst fades, whatever they may be. They're focused on the haircuts. And then in other posts, you have something that its primary focus is on shaves, the the experience of the shave, the how people feel when they're getting the shave. Like if you can capture all that, maybe content around what you're using to shave, how you're implementing the shave. Same thing with the facial. The making separate posts for these three different services. Now, I do believe, based because based upon the fact that we we kind of do the do a lot of the same stuff. Um, I believe that you can break down these haircuts even more to specific types of haircuts. Specific types of um, shaving techniques, like shaves on the head, and a different post for shaves on the face. Like there's different ways that you can do this, but because we have three right here, I would suggest that you make three type of posts for each one of these. So you have three type of high quality content created posts surrounding your haircuts, which that can be three different types of haircuts. Um, that can be three different types of shave or shaving experiences, and then three types of perspectives of facials. That gives you 9 posts. What that does is that makes it where when people are on your on like your Instagram, and you know how you have the when you go into someone's profile, you have the 9 blocks. Those first 9 blocks showcase everything that you do good, so that people right away can can start visualizing themselves getting that particular service. If somebody's browsing online and they're searching in North Carolina area within 15 miles of where you're located, and they're looking for somebody who do a nice fade, and they come across your profile, they see right away, oh, he do a nice dope light fade here, you do a nice dope ball fade here, or this is a nice taper, or you know what, I need a taper and I see you do facial, I think I need a facial too. They can see right away, and they don't have to scroll, they don't have to do anything. They know right away when they look at your profile that you are the person that they've already been looking for. I know that there are people out there all over this world that are searching for people that do dope haircuts, that provide facial services, and you have tons of people that wish that they can find somebody that's still doing old school shaving, because everybody's using the box shaver. But if you got skills with the razor, where you're doing wet shaves with the razor, showcase that. That's gonna be your moneymaker right there. I can tell you already, the shaving part, because well, we can talk about that offline. Why I think that that's a gold maker. But this column right here, 3 is already enough. That's everything that you need to blow your sales goal out the water. I believe that wholeheartedly. I, Matter of fact, not only do I believe that, I know for certain that if you commit yourself to the process, you probably can hit your sales goal this year. That's just what I strongly believe. And I haven't even got a chance to check out your work yet. But because I've been behind the chair, dealt with different types of people, hundreds of people, see hundreds of people every single month, and I know what type of people. I know the person that prioritizes grooming services, and they don't mind spending $40+ because I know that type of a person. I know for certain that you don't even have to even be great at doing this, and you already good at it. You already done committed and said, hey, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at haircuts, shaves, and facials. So that means being the fact that you're good at it is icing on the cake. When it comes down to being a service provider, if you think like the client, you just need to be good enough to satisfy their needs. Sometimes we measure how good we are and we compare ourselves to other barbers, and that's a whole nother category. And that's good to keep sharpening one another and keep improving, but a lot of times that's not even what the client is looking for. That's why I feel so confident that your sales goal, if you haven't hit this already, you can do that this year. And if you have hit this, but you're looking for more, just for more insight on how to improve on what you're already doing, and you want to talk what the real number is offline, doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna use the same system. I'm gonna use the same approach no matter what the goal is. That's why I believe that this works generally for any and everybody. If that makes sense, you give me a thumbs up, or probably me a comment. But this assessment right here, this first column tells you everything that you build your content on, everything that you build your content around. This second column right here of what you need to improve on, these are the things that every opportunity you get a chance, you work on this. Every opportunity you get a chance, especially if you initially said you want to work 4 to 5 days a week. So let's do this in a way where your focus is on your sales 4 days a week. But on that fifth day, when you go into the shop, your fifth day is to work on these things: designs, color, and scalp treatments. That's what you do on your fifth day. You do this on your fifth day so that you can also build content around the things that you are improving on, with the color, with the designs, with the scalp treatments. And then this third column here with the hair units and micro pigmentation within your clientele, you can start fishing out how many people are interested in these hair units, how many people are interested in the scalp micropigmentation. Um, if it makes sense, if you get enough people that are inquiring about scalp micropigmentation, or enough people that's interested in getting hair units done, hairline restoration done, beard units, if you get enough people, this third column tells you where you might need to make an investment into the business and learn. Um, the second column, the same thing. It tells you where to invest money on. First column here, if this is your bread, you can improve on this if you wanted to. But if somebody is coming in town, somebody got a class on how to do a better fade, if you're already good at cutting hair, if you're already good at doing shaves, if you're already good at doing facials, you still can invest money in classes to do facial shaves and haircuts. But you, at this point, because you have this written out in this way, you have to ask yourself, this investment in this class to do another type of haircut, a better haircut, a better shave, if this doesn't significantly increase the average ticket sale, you have to ask yourself a question: is it better for me to spend money on a class that's focused on haircuts and shaves, or should I spend money on a scalp treatment? Should I spend money on a class doing color? Because if you got someone here that's getting haircuts, but they have scalp issues with really bad dandruff that they haven't um a hard time dealing with, you can easily use a scalp treatment as an add-on service for your haircuts. And then another, like I'll just drop this here too, scalp treatments have to be maintained. So now you could, let's build another group. I didn't even consider this, but let's do this. Now we got retail items. Now, let's say you got dandruff. You got dandruff shampoo, dandruff conditioner. Let's say you have another shea butter, shea butter based pomade. So you can package all three of these products to this scalp treatment that's an add-on to this haircut. So now you can easily go from a $40 haircut, that's not even including beard, that's not including you adding in all these other things, but we can go from $40. Let's go up here. Let me switch my camera view. So we got $40 for the haircut. Scalp treatment, let's say we lowball it at $15 for your scalp treatment because you already have this on your list on what you need to improve on. And then we add in the retail. You say, for the dandruff shampoo, conditioner, and the shea butter pomade, if they got like a low wave cut, you gotta, let's lowball it. Let's just for the sake of lowballing it, you package that at $25 in retail. So you're at $80 now. At $80, now is the average ticket. You're $360. How many of those $80 services do you need to do? Now you only need to do 4.5 to 5 people. You don't have to do the whole 9 now, because you've raised the value of your ticket just based off this assessment and looking at this. You've raised the ticket off being certain of what you're good at, which is a haircut, combining that with things that you need to practice on and improve on, which is a scalp treatment, and then connected that with a retail problem to maintain what you're doing in this treatment, because you've connected the service to a problem. That's what scalp treatments are for. Is to address a particular problem that their client has. So now you only need to do 4.5 people, and because we're rounding that up, you only need to do that. You only need 5 people. And if you build your business around this particular concept of bundling products with add-on services to a main service like haircut and scalp treatments. We didn't even add beard into this. We didn't even add facial into this. We can easily get up to $100 ticket. And you know, if you do it this way and that's your focus and how you build your marketing and your content and all that stuff, that takes the expenses for your marketing ads down because you don't have to work as hard. That makes everything so much easier in your business. And the reason why I can say that with confidence is because, like I said, I am very familiar with doing exactly this. What we're talking about, this is my area. Um, this is this here is my thing. So this is excitement. This is exciting to me. This is things that I think are really really dope. Um, it seems like you're following along with this, but you see how this assessment part is the like beginning. This is like we haven't even got into the first week of how to do things. That's why I say like this live training that I'm going to be doing over the next 3 to 4 weeks. I feel like can transform anybody's business and be nearly the last thing that you would ever have to invest in. And right now, you're only investing time, and depending on the likes, shares, things of that nature, determines on if this stays up. Um, Let me go back out so that you can see this next part, and then I'm gonna close out this week. Uh, because again, this assessment is it could be a lot because I think that the best way to really build a proper assessment is to just simply ask your client. So spend this week and just every single person that you enjoy sitting in a chair, as well as the people that you may not enjoy, but they always come. If you can take time to even ask them questions, give them a form, send them a text message to just ask them simple questions like, hey, like, uh, you know, just assure them that you appreciate their business, and and their continued support of your business, and you just want to know a little pieces of information like what do you like about my services, what do you like about what I do, um, because I'm trying to gain more insight in why you continue to come so that I can make improvements on my business so that I can better service you and add more value to your service. Nine times out of 10, the client has no problem with answering that question. So we're getting started here. That's the assessment part. Week one, and this will be kind of the Goober Master. If we're gonna connect, you can either, since we pretty much have the assessment part pretty much done there. I'm pretty sure like if you start talking to your clients and stuff this week and you can start fine tuning this, but you can start this part right here this week, the client avatar. With this client avatar, this right here is this is your goal. This is how you're gonna really design your business. Let me kind of reposition some stuff. Okay, so we got the client avatar. You use this template to create a client profile. This board is vital to creating content and marketing and ad campaigns. The more detail you get on this client avatar board, the more detail you can get on this, the more you know what to do when you take your camera out to create content. You know what type of angles to shoot. You know how to approach creating. You know even where to put it. Whether you put it on Instagram, whether you put it on Facebook, YouTube. Um, the more detail you can get with this, it's gonna make everything so much easier. So right now, I don't have anything written out for here, but let me see if I can create a new page. Okay, you can see I'm actually building this out for you. Let's see if I can. Gonna hide that. You start off with client 1, client 2, client 3. Again, because and it's coincidentally the reason why I asked you for 3 in the assessment is because let's change this. The haircut client. We're gonna build an avatar around the haircut client. Right here, we're gonna build an avatar around the shave client. And then here, we're gonna build avatar around the facial client. And the way you do this is simply you're going to look within the clientele that you already have, the people that's already coming, that's already a client, not those who are customers. Customers are those who patronize a business based off convenience and price, and they may come frequently, but they're always kind of shopping around. The client is the one that comes to you specifically, the Goober Master, because can't nobody do the service the way they like it, like the Goober Master. Them the kind of people that you want to build this around. You would literally create a name. You can use the name of the person of that particular client. For me, one of my profiles, one of my client avatars is built around a client named Calvin. And then there's another client avatar that's built around a client named Melvin, which are actual real people that represent a type of a person. Some of this information here, you're going to kind of, you may not know the exact information. So, and, but and it may not be the same. So let me add another occupation name. Age. I'm gonna change it there. So you're gonna give this client. So just for the sake of, let me start this for you, Goober. Can you give me the name of your favorite client, and then we'll just kind of just use this, and then we'll close out with this, and I'll make sure that you get this, and then we'll pick this back up next week, because you're gonna spend the rest of your week building out this avatar. If you can just give me the name and the age, occupation, we can interact on this way, and then I'll give you the rest as an assignment. It's kind of like an assignment, and you can use this at your discretion, build it out, and I guarantee if you take the time to do this, your content creating is going to look better. It's going to connect better with clients. Is going to be way more efficient, and then you're going to begin to really see the thing that I believe, which is you do not need thousands of followers on Instagram to have a profitable clientele. So we got this name. We got TC. TC is the client. TC is 40 years old. He's a 40-year-old entrepreneur. Do you have an income, like the range of his income? It could be 50 to 100, 100 to 150, whatever it is. Just um, it's important information. Um, and we'll talk more about why that's important on next week. And then, is he married? And what kind of services does he get? After the income, the marital status, and the services that we'll get, I'll just briefly talk about the hobbies, and then we'll get ready to close out. I'll make sure you get this today, a copy of this today. And then you can, there's an app that you can use this on your phone. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something real quick why I think this is dope. And I'll come back. So this is an app that's on the phone. As we're creating this and we're building this out. Oh snap, you can't even see that. Let me try to turn down the brightness on my screen. Well, just trust me. I know that's probably real blurry, but right here we got TC, 40 years old, entrepreneur. So as I'm doing this on the computer, it's updating on the phone. So what's dope about this is that you can have ideas if you're on your laptop, your desktop at the house, and you're writing this stuff out, and then you're at the shop and you get some more ideas and some thoughts. You can pick this up on your phone, and it just works. It's seamless. It's connect. You can always have your brain like right on your phone and be able to continue to build your business. You can be sitting in the car and and just have a thought, put it here within the app that I'm going to introduce you to if you don't know about this already, and you can build everything out. Let me go over to what you're saying. Okay, you say he's doing good for himself. So his income is right around 100K. Uh-oh. Okay, so we right around 100K. So we're not sure if he's married. But a good thing to know is that if he's not married, does he want to be married? Does he have any kids? How many kids does he have? The app is called Notion. What kind of services does he get done? And while you're typing that out, he's married? Okay. Does he have any kids? Married with 2 kids. Are they boys? Are they girls? Boy and a girl? Again, the more detailed and specific you can get with the information, the more like this should trip you out. Like what I'm about to show you real quick. Because what I'm sharing with you, this is exactly what I do every day in my business. Haircuts, beard trim, and facial. He's like the perfect client. Like he gets everything done. So 2 boys. I like this guy already. I have 5 sons myself. So he gets haircuts. He got a beard. And he gets facials. Okay. So what you would do is, let me try to blow this up. Okay, so the regular services that he's getting right now currently are haircuts, beards, and facials. You need to. Does he currently have any problems with his hair? Does he currently have any problems with his beard? And does he currently have any problems with like his skin? So what that would be is like, is he already receding in his hair? Does he got some thinning going on? Does he have some gray hair that he doesn't like? Does he have some spots in his beard that he's not comfortable with? Is it not growing the way that he would like? Does he have some blemishes on his skin? Oh, you cut both sons too? This a whole bag. Like you TC is gonna be a great person to build your client avatar around, because this is gonna touch so many parts of your business. But within these problems, and then if he doesn't have thinning hair, is he concerned about thinning hair? Is he concerned about receding hairline? Is he concerned about the gray hair? Does he like the gray hair? Like let's write another. What does the client like? So we got another section there. When you get a hold of this, you'll see how to like quickly put in there. So you say he has gray hair. What is a PT? I'm not sure what that is. Excuse me. So the problem here, we got gray hair seems to be a problem. I'm not sure what the PT is, but you know what that is. I'll write that down. So he regularly comes in for haircut services, but he still has a pretty strong hairline. So right now receding isn't an issue. It sounds like he got a head full of hair, but he got some issue with the gray. Now you said in the assessment in your second column of what okay, cool. The one of the areas that you're able to do that you need to improve on is um, is a color. TC is a perfect perfect person to maybe bring in on that fifth day when you're working on services to make content around. So now you can connect a hair color service to the haircut and to the beard. So you can take that client from for haircut and beard, how much are you charging right now? Just so I can make sure that I'm doing this right. If he's getting his haircut and he's getting a beard, um, and then what are you charging right now for your color services if you were going to cover up or camouflage his gray hair? I would just kind of say at least my recommendations for those that are watching on the replay and those that may be on YouTube right now. So haircut and beard is $50. I would say if you're gonna do the honestly, I would say because of how much time it does take, you really can do the haircut, beard, and the color service for 100. If that is intimidating, 25 for the hair. I was just gonna say at least 25 for the hair color service, at least 25. So now you walked him on up to $75. Um, uh, for that. How much time does it normally take you from beginning to end to get him in and out of the chair? Do you think if you're doing the haircut, the beard, and the color service? And then I'm gonna and then a follow up question is for his two sons, how much are their haircuts and how long does it take you on average per kid? 1 hour for the color service, 1 hour for the haircut and beard, and let's say for the color service, would it be okay if we just add on another 30 minutes if you were doing the color service? Just to, you know, just for safety, or do you want to lower that to 15 minutes? I think 15 minutes works if you're using the right kind of a color. Um, but I think 30, 30 minutes would be more ideal. So like a total of 90 minutes for haircut, beard, and color. About 30 minutes to be safe. Yep. And then for the kids, for his sons, how long for 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 each child, and what are their prices? And then I'm gonna show you something real quick, and then we'll get ready to wrap up. Cause I think you're gonna really like this part, cause this, like what we're doing right now, this gonna this if you take your time to do it, it's gonna be a game changer. So the kids are $30 each, 30 minutes. My man, I like those numbers. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Let me go back over. Let me change my screen. Just go back to the calculator. So We're going after $67,000. Hey Siri, how many weeks are left this year?
It's 52 weeks.
No. Hey Siri, how many weeks are left in this year of 2022? 45. Okay. So we got about 45 weeks left. We're going after $67,000. I'm not sure if you've taken your vacation yet, so let's knock off 2 weeks. Let's knock off. Well, no, let's just leave it like this. Just to make it simple. Divided by 45. So we still right on target, a little bit more. So right around 1,500. I'm always good with rounding up because again, the higher up that you reach, even if you fall short, you hit your break even number. And right now we've made from our initial conversation, from our initial interaction, you wanted to do consistently $1,000. So even if you fall short on this, you're definitely gonna hit your $1,000. I see that as very well being possible. But we got a $1,500 a week to make a goal that by the end of this year you hit your 67. And if we need to adjust that number to higher, definitely hit me up and we'll make those adjustments. But we're going after this 4 days a week. Now that raises our goal is $375 a day divided by 10 hours. So we're $37.50 an hour. So that means that if we round it up, we're about $40 an hour. So that means that in the event, so that means that price wise, where you at in your pricing? $50 would be at least that, and your 30-minute services. Your 30-minute services can't be lower than that. That'll make more sense when we start talking about promotional ideas and extra services and stuff like that, and additional add-ons and stuff like that. So price wise, where you at, your pricing is not an issue at all. Because if you need to let's just do the 40 plus additional, oh snap, plus an additional 20. So for you to break even with those numbers, you need to do let me help this to make sense. So that means that your break even number is $56.25. $56.25, which means that because we've raised that price, that ticket to 75, which I would suggest pushing that towards 80. Right now you're making $18.75%, $18.75 profit in addition to your break even, as far as what you need to hit. Um, with this particular client, especially if he brings his sons in, they all come in and he come in. His average ticket should be no less than 140, right? That's because we've added in the color, right? But then because you got the retail, what kind of retail products does the children need? What type of retail products does does TC need to maintain the color, right? Because you don't want to use any of the you don't want to use any products that are going to strip the color or make it fade faster. So once you start building this out, as I'm talking about this, you can probably see really quickly that the more details you have on this particular client, the more you know how to build out the business. So if he's getting a color service, you need shampoo and conditioner that's good for color treated hair. If he have kids and the kids have any type of dryness or depending on the age, and they could, whatever issues that you see with these clients, you start thinking retail right away. Now let me go out of this real quick. um, let's change this. Oh, my bad. Okay, so married with, he has two sons. All right, within these sections here, any information that you get about things pertaining to marriage that he's interested in, um, uh, uh, anything with the kids, you can write this information all up in here. But this is kind of like your quick overview here. So we have TC, who is a 40-year old entrepreneur who makes around $100,000 a year, who is married with two sons, who is getting haircuts, beards, and facials on a regular basis, has an issue with gray hair. Because he has an issue with gray hair, now we know for this particular client, we can build marketing campaign that shows gray hair being serviced. So that means that it could be a video or a color showing someone getting their gray hair colored. You can write a post or a blog that's talking about the benefits of coloring gray hair. You can write a post or a post or a blog or a video, a vlog about the added value of richer depth uh, with the color, and that being associated with your overall look and appearance. If he's an entrepreneur, you find out what's important to him. Is it in this section right here where it says ambitions and hobbies? You want to find out this information. You want to write all that stuff down with TC. What is his ambition surrounding his family? What is his ambition surrounding his finances? What is his ambition surrounding his career? And what kind of legacy does TC want to leave behind? The reason why that's important is because barbers on social media, you know, we look for we look at haircuts and beards and stuff all day long. That's what we love. That's what we're passionate about. But the clients themselves, that's not really what they're into. That's not their thing. That's not that's not what I mean. They don't mind seeing it. They probably like and give you thumbs up and hearts and stuff like that. But that's not what they're looking at every day. And since this is about targeting clients, TC, the 40-year-old entrepreneur that's making $100,000 a year, that's married with two sons, what type of content does TC look at on Instagram? Is he on Instagram or is he a TikTok person? Is he still a Snapchat person? Is he a YouTube guy? Is he someone that like looking in magazines and reading through his emails? Because if you figure out that about TC and where he spends his time when he's on his phone, if he's not an Instagram guy or he's on TikTok, that tells you that you may need to curate more content to go on TikTok because TC spends more time on TikTok. So if you can interrupt TC's TikTok feed and all that stuff to show him the benefit that someone gets for covering their gray hair with a richer dark brown color or black color and how that adds to their look, he may be interested in saying, "Hey, I saw you put that post up on that color. I think it's time for me to get my gray hair covered." If he isn't doing that on a regular basis, if he's already getting it done, now it's like putting them in a situation where now maybe that color service may be a regular part of his service where we take TC his average ticket from $50 and making his average ticket $75 to $80, just off the rip. Where you know because you're trying to make him addicted to the service. Now, because he doesn't want to look at, because I kind of know clients a little bit and they look at various things. If he's an entrepreneur that's making $100,000 a year and if he's married with two sons, then more than likely, if he's only making $100,000 a year, he may be thinking of ways of how to make life easier for his two sons, who he knows that his two sons are going to possibly have children one day. So because he has two sons, him and his wife more than likely have conversations about what their grandkids are like and how to leave something for their grandkids. So him being an entrepreneur, that means that most likely TC is interested in entrepreneurial stuff. So that means the type of posts that you post, things that you do around the shop will be geared towards adding value to what he knows and understands about his journey as an entrepreneur. How we also can um, um, uh, uh, indirectly market to his specific needs is, what if we show clips of somebody like a Kevin Hart doing when he wasn't able to get a haircut and how he's mostly gray, and then you show him on his new talk show. You got like a post or like a clip that you share with TC. Hey, what do you think about this clip of an interview that he did with? I think one of the funniest clips was with Don Cheadle on his show Heart to Heart. You show him a clip like that, and it shows Kevin Hart, who has a a color service done to his hair and beard. Because if anybody's ever seen Kevin Hart in between shows, in between film and stuff like that, he's gray hair just like me. Like he has a head full of gray hair, a beard full of gray hair, or whatever. So um, maybe instead of showing people like TC or your clients content around how good your services is, you want to mix in stuff that they're interested in. So stuff like quotes from Kevin Hart's articles. And again, you having stuff like this around the shop. I'm going to talk more about what I'm talking about now next week, but I hope that at least starts building some of the of like the thought process around this part right here. The Goober Master, if you still here with me, we gonna close out. If that part makes sense in what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna get ready to close out here, and we're gonna pick back up this session on next week. All those that are watching on YouTube, those that have passed by the Facebook and are watching on the replay, I appreciate you checking this out. I don't want to overwhelm you with this part right here, but if anybody is interested in getting connected with this app Notion, if you're interested in getting connected with this app Notion and building your brain out, I'm slow walking building this out. We This can be completely custom to you and your business and building your clientele. Because we want to get away from putting up posts that aren't converting. What you want to do is get to the point that every time you post something online, it's converting in new sales. And that does not always mean that you're going to get a bunch of likes and shares, and that does not mean that the goal is thousands of followers online. It's good to have that if you have different goals, but behind that chair, as we see with Goober the Master, he really only need about 5 good clients. But to just make everything easy, to make sure that he definitely hits his goals, he only needs 9 regular clients that just gets regular services done. And this $67,000 additional this year, I definitely feel like he can blow this out with the remaining weeks. But we want to make sure we're putting up the right post that communicates to TC, the 40-year-old entrepreneur who makes $100,000 a year, that's married with 2 sons. We want to make sure we're putting up posts that him and other people that are like him, putting up stuff that they are interested in, and things that they like, things that they connect with. One last strategy, as far as like you want to make your Instagram and stuff kind of like your digital portfolio, or your, you know, I do really strongly believe that you should have a website if you don't have that already, and your actual portfolio should be on your website. But you can use Instagram as a type of a portfolio, and then there's levels to building out the content too. Like we can really get creative with the type of stuff that we put on Instagram and the way that we present it, that would make somebody like TC really like can't wait to brag about his barber. But use Instagram like your online portfolio, but the things like the benefits from for, you know, coloring your hair and facials and stuff like that, you will want to post that stuff in your email campaigns to your clients. So on Booksy, they have marketing campaigns and they have email campaigns. You will want to take advantage of, because you're already paying for it, take advantage of those email campaigns and write out blogs with custom made posts about the benefits of certain services. You put that in the email campaigns on your Booksy, and you send that out direct to clients. You can do it on Instagram, but you're gonna get way more conversion putting that on Booksy directly to your clients, because of the simple fact they've already spent money with you. You're gonna get way more conversion. And then lastly, this week, if you got your camera out, you taking photos and videos, I would suggest making the best piece of content that you possibly can of TC if he comes in, or people that's like TC, that's similar to TC, that falls into that same category. Take the best pictures that you possibly can of them and the best videos of them. Make it look amazing. And then before you post it, send it to TC or the people that represent the client that's like TC. And what you want to do is you want to make it where you show more of the person, not necessarily your work. And if you can get TC to repost on his social media, his Instagram, his Facebook, especially Facebook, if you can get TC to repost the work that you did on him on his social media, all of his friends and family are definitely going to comment, like, and share, and looking good. And then what you do is you make sure that you are part of TC's world on social media. Like, so we're on Facebook now. Follow TC, and when he reposts this amazing dope picture or video that you made of him, as people are commenting in the section in the comment section of the post on Facebook, make sure you like each one of their comments. Make sure you write something to TC on that post. People are naturally nosy, and if you have a well lit profile picture of yourself, and you got your name, and in your name people can clearly see that you're like the barber, whatever, you just make sure that your Facebook profile, they can see right away that you're the barber in this area located here. Make sure you have your website, your booking link, all within your profile. And maybe your cover picture or the last post that you do would be of TC, so that people can know right away when they clicked on your profile link, they know right away they're at the right place because they clicked on your profile because they were connected to TC. And now they see right away with a click of a button how to book services with you, what your prices is, because you're going to put your Booksy link if you don't have that there already. You can fill up really, really fast that way. That is a strategy that I always use. It definitely works. If you haven't used something like that, I strongly recommend that you try that. The Goober Master, I definitely appreciate you chiming in with me, hanging out with me. We've been on here for a while, but you got to get to your kids. I know, I got to get to mine. They upstairs. Probably finna hang out a little bit before they go to bed. And we're gonna pick this back up next Monday. If you can write me a private message with your email and your phone number, so I can text you the link to all this, and then you can just you can copy it. The exact thing that we just wrote out, you'll be able to have it and be up and running within the next 15 minutes or so.